Guys, welcome back. Today I thought it would be fun just to kind of sit back, chill, relax, do a little stress-free get ready with me, playing around with some makeup that I just recently bought. Some of it's new products that have recently launched, and some of it's products that have been out for a while, but they're new to me because I just recently picked them up and finally had a chance to play around with them. I've already done my face, foundation, powder, concealer, all that's already done. Prime my face using my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I absolutely love this one. The matte Putty Primer is my favorite, but this one is a close second. Absolutely wonderful. The foundation that I'm using today is the Milani Screen Queen Foundation. This one is in 380 Deep Tan Natural Finish Foundation. This one has a nice semi-matte feel and look to the skin. It's a darn near perfect match to my skin tone. It lasts for hours. It has a kind of a semi-matte finish. This has quickly become my absolute favorite foundation that I'm currently owning and currently using. For brows, I use my absolute favorite InStudio eyebrow pencil. You guys know how much I love this one. My under eyes, I have my Becca Undereye Corrector. This one is in medium to deep. And then for my concealer, I'm using the medium 26 Colourpop No Filter Concealer. I like to use this one a little bit lighter because it makes my under eyes just a little bit brighter, and this one also does not crease as much throughout the day. Absolutely love this one. I set my face using this Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. This powder is absolutely amazing. In the compact, it looks white, but when you wear it, it's translucent and it just goes right into the skin. It helps to leave the skin looking matte, but not too matte. It doesn't look dry or anything. Sets the skin really nice. It makes the pores look really, really nice. I like to use this big fluffy brush. It's funny because it's called a highlighter brush. I don't use it for that. I take it, swirl it into the powder. I use this to kind of blend it all over the face, and then I go back and I use this DoColor number 7 brush. I just recently got these. I actually did a video where I unboxed and talked about these brushes. I'll drop that down into the description box, and I'll put a card up here too, in case you guys want to watch that one. But I like how this one is just flat and tapered. It says it's a blush brush, but I don't use it for that. I like to take this brush here, tap it into the powder, and then I just press it right into my pore area, my T-zone. Just absolutely wonderful. Gives me a nice finish and just lasts for hours. Let's go ahead and do blush and highlighter first before we move into eyes. I have 2 new blushes here. These are from Colourpop. These are from their Celestial Summer Solstice series. I think that's what that was called. There's eyeshadow palettes with that too, but the eyeshadows didn't really call my name, but I love blush. I went ahead and picked these up. This one is called Interstellar. This one is more of a pinky tone to it. I've used this one a lot. This one is really pretty. And this one is called Meteorite. This one has more of a brown kind of undertone to it. Just really lovely natural finish to the skin. I think I'm gonna use Interstellar though because I'm wanting just a little bit more pink. Taking my DoColor number 9 brush and I'm dipping into this Interstellar shade. These blushes are very pretty and soft on the skin. They're pigmented but not too pigmented. See that? Just a beautiful pinky finish. I prefer a matte blush over a shimmer blush because I just think for me, having larger pores and also have like a little bit of scarring from past acne, and so I have a little more texture on my face, I think that the matte just looks better on my skin. For highlighter, I'm using Sweet Tea. This is from 65 Roses Cosmetics. 65 Roses is a new independent makeup brand they just recently launched, and there's like 8 highlighters, I think, in this collection. The owner's a really good friend of mine. I did a video featuring these highlighters. I'll drop a card up here, link down in the description box. Very beautiful, creamy highlighters. This one is gold with kind of just a very beautiful bronzy effect in the skin. I like to use this one with my fingers, and yes, my fingers are clean. I have washed my hands. I know how we are these days about touching our skin, but I think it works better when you use your fingertip. Just see how beautiful that is, rather than using a brush. As I just take it and I just tap it. Oh, you see that? Ooh, glowy wetness, just beautiful shine. And I like to take a clean finger and just kind of blend it around. I'll probably take my blush and go over this one just a little bit because I put just a little too much on this, on the left, your right, and it's just a little bit too bright there. But you see how beautiful and glowy that is? Just absolutely beautiful highlighter. Taking just a little bit more of that Interstellar shade, and I'm just kind of blending it out. Because like I said, I used just a little too much on this cheek, so it's a little bit more glowy than what I was originally going for. But take it down a little bit or not? Looks a little bit better, more natural, not too boom in your face. I mean, there's nothing wrong with in your face, but today I'm just kind of wanting a healthier glow and little less bang going on. Let's move on to the eyes. Today we're going to be using the Morphe James Charles mini palette. I wasn't going to get this one, but Ulta was having a sale, so it was half off, and so instead of it being $26, it was only $13. And I thought, you know what? That there would not be a more perfect time than this to go ahead and grab this palette and kind of play around with it. And I knew that even if I didn't end up liking it or anything, my daughter, she's 15, she's just newly getting into makeup, I knew she would have fun playing around with this. So one way or another, it was going to get used. One thing that I appreciate about this palette is that there is a mirror on the inside, which I don't think any of the other Morphe palettes have them. And the color store on the inside is absolutely beautiful. I've used this area up here, I've used some of the pinks and the purples, and I've played around with some of the greens. I think today I'm going to go with a kind of this look up here, or maybe I'll go with pink. You know what? I'll go up here. I'll use kind of the warmer shades up here. The only thing I will say that I don't like about this palette, it's a mini palette, so obviously, you know, that's going to be the case, but the pans are so small, so it's hard to get my brushes in there. Also, and I'm guessing this is just how it is with Morphe palettes, there's no names on the actual shades. So what you have is this little plastic sheet here, and the names are written on it. So when you put it in the pan, they correspond to the shades. So basically, you have to make sure that you keep track of this, because if you lose this, then you won't know the names of the shades that you're using. First things first, we're going to prime the eyelids. This is my first time using my Juvias Place concealer to prime my eyelids in a while. I've actually been kind of playing around with not priming my eyelids, period, just leaving them on their own and doing my eyeshadow, and I've gotten some pretty nice results. The times that I have used this palette, the James Charles one, I didn't have my eyelids primed, and it looked really nice on the eyelids. So we're going to see how it works using my Juvias Place concealer to prime my eyelids. I think to start, I'm going to lay down Tune. Tune is kind of a yellowy taupey kind of shade, and then I'm going to lay that down all over my lid and kind of in a crease area is like my transition shade. I'm going to take my DoColor 18 brush and tap into that Tune shade right there and just lay that all over my eyelids. So far it's laying down pretty nice on top of that concealer. I'm not really having much of an issue at all. I am really liking these DoColor brushes. I've played with probably a third of the eyeshadow brushes, and they're so soft and they blend everything so nice on the eyelids. I needed a nice new set of eye brushes. I have so many face brushes, and I really liked this set, but the downside was that they didn't have the eye set by itself, so I ended up having to order this entire set. It was only $32 though, and it came with 28 brushes. I mean, I can't complain. I have a whole bunch more face brushes now, so I kind of switched everything out, and I have 2 cups of brushes in the bathroom now that are sitting in there that my daughter can use because, you know, like I said, she likes to play with makeup. And then I just kind of rotated everything out, and the brushes that I use the most I left in my little eyeshadow cups. Like this one has all the big brushes from DoColor, and then I have a Milani cup sitting on the table that I have a bunch of other brushes in. I take this DoColor number 19 eye brush, and we're going to dip into this shade, and according to the plastic sheet, this one is called Mary. It's more of a peachy taupey shade. It's a little deeper, and we're going to take that into the crease area right in here. Basically, we're just going to kind of lay this down, and then we'll probably take another brush to blend everything in. But you see that? Oh my goodness. These shadows, I'm very impressed. I wasn't sure about these because I've seen like mixed reviews. Some reviews said it was absolutely awesome. Some said that the formulas kind of sucked. One of my favorite YouTubers was saying that the shades are really powdery. And I don't know, maybe in swatches they're more powdery, but on the eyelid, the quality and the performance is just absolutely amazing. And these brushes combination, just awesome. I have the Jeffree Star Morphe palette as well, and I have to say, quality-wise, it does not compare to this James Charles palette. This palette is absolutely beautiful. Now I'm going to take my DoColor number 23. This is kind of a fluffy crease brush, and we're going to go into this Rusted shade. Rusted is exactly what it says. It's kind of this beautiful rusty orange shade, and absolutely beautiful. I've used the shade before, and it is one of my favorites. in the palette. I'm going to go ahead and lay that here and blend that to the crease. The shadows went on absolutely beautifully before I put any primer on my eyelids, but with my Juvias Place concealer, oh my goodness. Buttery, smooth. Ooh, these are just absolutely gorgeous. I am loving it. And this brush is blending these shades into my crease so well. It's laying the shadow down right where I'm wanting it to be, and it's not like going all over my eyelid with some of my other cheaper brushes tend to do. Cheaper not in price, but cheaper as in quality. These are really, really awesome quality for how little I paid for them. I have my little LED mirror here sitting here that I'm currently using. It lights up, which I absolutely love, but the lights are starting to get a little bit dim on it, so I'm pretty sure that it's going to die probably sometime in the next week or so. I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to dip into this one, which is kind of a deeper brown. This one is called 10% Off. Really cute, really clever. I'm going to lay that out here where it's a little deeper. So how are things going in your neck of the woods, in your state, in your county, in your city, you know, wherever it is that you currently reside? I live in Memphis, and we just started our reopening this past Monday, May 4th. Restaurants were able to open half capacity. I can't remember everything else that it said. Retail businesses could also start to reopen half capacity. You have to make sure that you have all the social distancing put in place. Now I'm going to take the DoColor number 22 brush, and I'm going to dip into this peachy shimmer shade. This one is called, literally, I've used this shade too before. It's just absolutely beautiful. State parks are still closed. A lot of things are still closed. So, I mean, it'll be weeks before we're actually, you know, opened to where we were before. And then who knows, it's probably never going to go back to normal. You know, or the normal that we once knew. We're in the new normal now, and this is how things are. It gets stressful. You know, sometimes I'm looking around and I get frustrated at how much everything has changed. But once you've been doing it for a while, after a while, you just kind of get used to it. But this shade right here, this literally shade is so beautiful. And this brush, these DoColor brushes as a whole are absolutely amazing. I have a brush I got from Joey. It's the only one that I use to lay down shimmer because it just works so well. But look at this. Just, oh my God, this brush is going on so well. My lighting make it look kind of maybe going weird, kind of in and out, because the natural light on the outside that's coming in is going up and down, in and out. Sun's kind of going in the clouds, going up the clouds, going back and forth. So you may see that change up a little bit. I think I want to bring in a little more color on the lower lash line. So I think I'm going to do this green shade, which is called Daddy. I'll just take a little bit on this. What is this? This is the DoColor number 25. This one I absolutely love. It has like the little tip on it. It just goes in right where you want it to go. It doesn't like flick the shadow like all over the place. So we're just going to lay that right there on the lower lash line on the outer portion of the eye. Just going to smooth that out. Now we're going to take this number 7 DoColor brush. This one is actually a lip brush. As you can see, it has kind of a nice little pointy tip on it. I don't ever use lip brushes, so whenever I have a brush like this, I like to use this one to lay down a shimmer highlight in the inner corner. The question is, which one do we want to do? We have this nice corally, peachy, look kind of going on. Do we want to do a colored inner corner, or do we just want to stick with a traditional shimmer? I think I'm going to go with this one. Hold on, let me get the plastic so I can see what shade this one is called. This one is called Sister. And it's this one right here. I'm going to take that on this little brush, and we're going to put that in the inner corner as our inner corner highlight. So we're just going to lay that right here. Like I said, this entire palette, the shades I've used so far, it's absolutely beautiful. Just a little bit of shimmer right there. What do I think? I think I want to go just a little bit brighter. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take this gold shimmer up here. This one is called So Good. And I'm going to take it right there. I just want just a little bit brighter of a highlight in the middle. That's more of what I'm looking for. And I think I'm going to take it just a little bit under the lower lash line, right in here too. Yeah, this palette these shadows, I think most of them are pressed pigments and not eyeshadows. I'm not positively sure, but the formula is really, really nice. And like I said, it is much better than the Jeffree Star Morphe palette. Then again, it makes kind of sense that Jeffree wouldn't put a whole lot of attention into his Morphe palette. He has his own makeup brand, so it just makes sense that that would not be the absolute best formula where that's concerned. I'm going to line my eyes using the Colourpop gel eyeliner. This one is in Hustla. I haven't used this one in a while. And as you can see, it's this really pretty gray, black, steel kind of a shade. I'm going to be using the DoColor liner brush. This is the number 29. And we're going to dip that into the liner. And we're going to line our lids. Very, very exciting, I know. We're going to start in the inner corner. And we're going to take it out. I'm not really going for like a huge wing today. I might even take another brush and smoke this out. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and pull out the mirror in the James Charles palette. I'm having a little bit harder time seeing this mirror and just kind of use this closer to my face to line my lids. Hopefully you can still see what I'm doing and I'm not covering everything. I'm trying to do a setup that allows me to see what I'm doing, but also allow you to see what I'm doing. Because it kind of defeats the purpose if I have a mirror all the way up to my face and you can't see what I'm doing. I haven't used this liner, like I said, in a while, and you can tell. It's less creamy than it was when I first bought it. It's taking a little bit more work to get it onto my lash line. Do I want to take another brush and smoke this out? I think I am. I'm going to take this DoColor number 26 and I'm just going to kind of smoke out what I've laid down just a little bit. I like the fact that this brush has a little bit of an angle on it. You can use this brush to lay down your liner too, if you want to do that. But I'm just using it to just kind of smoke out the liner I've already laid down. Give my lashes just a little bit of curl. I am going to do false lashes today, but I want to go ahead and lay on a coat of mascara before I do that. And the mascara that I'm using is the Essence Lash Princess Sculpting Volume. This is with the purple. They have about 4 or 5 different formulas of this particular one. The one thing I noticed about Essence, they have a lot of different mascara formulas. I got this one because this is the one that a lot of people were saying were the best one as far as the Lash Princess is concerned. And I have to say, I really, really like this one. I haven't used any of the other ones yet, so I don't have anything to compare it to, but this one gives me a nice amount of volume. You see that? Even without lashes, this one gives me a nice bit of volume. The lashes don't get clumpy and it just looks really, really pretty. I'm going to go off camera and throw on some lashes and then we'll do some lips and then we'll just kind of do some final thoughts and wrap everything up. Lashes are on. I'm using the Tony 3D Faux Mink Lashes Wispy. I got this from Dollar Tree. These are some of my favorite lashes. And I've set my face using my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Current absolute favorite right there. Let's go ahead and throw in some lips. I'm going to use the AOA. This is the Wonder Matte and the AOA Studio Lip Pencil. Both of these aren't famous. I picked these up from Shop Miss A. Each one of them is $1. Absolutely nice. I thought this would go really well with the kind of a peachy coral look that we did on the eyes. So we're just going to zoom through the lip pencil. You guys have seen me do this 1,000 times. You know, it's kind of hard to talk while I'm doing this. I'm just going to slap this on. Let's go ahead and throw on the matte liquid lipstick. This smells so good. I can't quite place the scent, but it just has a very, very nice fragrance to it. And lips are all done. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, you know that I love the kind of rusty orangey coral shades. And I absolutely love how this came together. That James Charles eyeshadow palette, oh, so beautiful. These blushes are really nice. That 65 Roses Cosmetics highlighter in Sweet Tea. I just love how the whole look came out. If you're new to my channel, I would love you if you join my little family over here and hit subscribe and make sure to tap the notification bell so you can be notified of any future videos coming. And I have a lot of little fun ones coming up. I have a full face of new makeup from Essence. I did a new order with AOA. AOA Studio, Shop Miss A, everything on there is basically $1. Absolutely love. They have some new products that I saw launching, so I went ahead and got a few of those. Be safe. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.